Hello you guys, and welcome back to this channel. My name is Jeannie. We live in our camper full-time with my son, who sits right there. My husband is back there real quick, and we also have a cat and a dog. That's just a little recap. I do post recipe ideas, I post grocery hauls, I post organization, I post anything that's related to our camper living, plus extra, because we do live in it full time, so some domestic stuff is incorporated in there. Sorry for the lighting, but as I explain in every video, these LED lights make the lighting suck in here really bad. It makes it jump. So today we are actually going to be doing a recipe out of the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. They have about 4 or 5 recipe books out there, and I have 3 out of the 4 or 5. But today we are going to be cooking Thai on the fly soup. So I'm gonna flip y'all around, show y'all the book. I cannot show you the recipe because the recipes, no baby, no light, because the recipes are copyrighted, but I will show you the ingredients and how we cook it today. Alright, this is the recipe book that I am going to be cooking out of. I got it for about 30 bucks off of Amazon. This is one of the first recipe books that I got. It's Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, and we are going to be doing Thai on the fly. As usual, there's always dirty dishes in the sink, but I'm going to show you the ingredients that are going to be used in it. We have some great value canned chicken breast. The recipe is a single serve, but we're gonna do enough for like 8 servings because we really like it. This is some cayenne pepper for seasoning. I don't know why my camera won't focus, probably because of all the stuff in the sink. There we go, cayenne pepper. Their recipe requires not naughty noodles, but we're kind of doing a crossover because we're not full Trim Healthy Mama. So we're going to do these Amish egg noodles because I could not find the palm heart noodles at our local Walmart. There is some nutritional yeast that has to be put in there. It's just extra protein. We have our sea salt, our liquid aminos, our toasted sesame oil, and then it requires some stevia. So these are all the ingredients that we're going to use for our Thai on the fly soup. I'm going to show y'all the picture of what it's supposed to look like, and then y'all can see what ours looks like when we're done cooking it. But it is amazing. So just a few ingredients that we have to use, plus the chicken. So this is the picture of the Thai on the fly soup. Ours never looks like that. It looks a little bit creamier. I think there's actually something in the recipe that says you may add, nope, it's not in there, so I misquoted. But yeah, this is the Thai on the fly soup, and it is on page, the camera will focus, page 122 of the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, and this is what it looks like. It's gonna be delicious. So let's get started. And I forgot to show y'all, but this is one of the most important ingredients for the Thai on the fly is the red curry paste. We got it from Walmart. This jar will last us quite a few recipes for this because it only requires like 1 teaspoon of the red curry paste. But I cannot forget this. This is the last ingredient for the recipe. Another ingredient is you're going to need some chicken broth. We just use the chicken bouillon and mix it in with some hot water. And that is what we do for that portion. Now we are just working on our second batch of broth with some hot water because we're going to be boiling it on the stove anyways. So this is the broth of the soup, and it smells really good. It's got like a spicy smell to it because of the curry and stuff, but this is the broth of the soup. So you combine pretty much all your ingredients minus the chicken and the noodles, and you put it in a blender, and it creates the broth for it. So the curry's blended all through it, and so is the nutritional yeast, the liquid aminos, the broth, the sesame oil, and the salt and the stevia is all blended into the broth. So this is the color we're getting from it. And we're doing half a batch at a time because our blender's so small that we have to do half a batch at a time. Alright, so Adam is putting the second batch of broth into the pot, and then you add in the noodles and the chicken breast separately, and you just let the noodles cook and the chicken kind of soak up that flavor of the soup broth, and then you serve. So it's this the recipe is actually a single serve soup, like for a single serving, but we're making it for like lunch and dinner, so we had to quadruple it. I think we did a serving of 4. We're just gonna have extra chicken in it because one serving is has 4 ounces of chicken, but we're obviously going to use 2 cans of chicken to make it more filling, and we're using these noodles that are not Trim Healthy Mama approved, but it's what we had, so it's what we're using. Smells so good, and Grayson wants coffee. It's not coffee, sweetie, it's curry. Alright, so again, if y'all are interested in making this recipe, it is in the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. It's on page 122, and it is called Thai on the Fly Soup. It's kind of like a Thai chicken noodle soup. Oh, it looks so good. Alright, this is the finished project. It is kind of like a Thai chicken noodle soup, but it is so good. So thanks for hanging out with us. We're about to eat lunch, and we will talk with y'all in the next video.